how they're really important to the Arabs, and then we're about to start the fifth ayah.
Okay, Jazakallah khair. Actually,
No problem.
I disconnected and then it will start downloading.
Oh, right, right.
And on the recording, women will be, questioned at the day of Qiyamah. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying in this ayah that I will gather all the animal wise al biharu sujirat, and the sea will start overflowing, because you know the limit of the sea, seashore, right? You know how much is the high tide. There is a spot where the sea stop, right, where the last wave is stop. Okay, that is the seashore, or that is the bank, or I don't know what you say, like you go for a picnic, right? So you know this is the last point, and the yeah, and the water will not come toward the parking area, right? But at that time the sea will overflow. There will be no boundaries for the sea as well. Okay, whereas a nufusu zuvijat, and all the souls who are sleeping in the grave, they will be awake, and they will be moving towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Whereas al ma'udatu su'ilat, we learn in this detail that the buried, the girls who buried alive, they will be, the parents, nobody ask any question from the parents, because mom always know that I'm pregnant, I'm gonna give the birth to a baby, right? And when father know, oh, it's a baby girl, and they both decide, okay, we will bury them, right? So nobody else know in the family sometime that they buried the girl. So nobody ask any kind of question, but Allah is always there, and he will do the justice. So he will ask question, why you bury the girl alive, and the girl will answer at that time. So here ulama give one the commands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that keep this in mind, which I forget last time to explain, that if someone, if a girl is pregnant, let's suppose if a girl is pregnant, okay, and if she killed the baby, she decide not to give birth to the baby, and she decide to end up my pregnancy, or the husband decide, okay, end up your pregnancy, or sometime, in not, the people, if they are Muslim, not very religious, and have a girlfriend or something, like this kind of relationship, and they decide, oh, you are pregnant, okay, no, just end up the delivery, okay, end up the pregnancy. So this is also count as a sinful act, and this will also count killing a baby. Okay, keep this in mind. Number two, if a baby in the mother womb is 4 months, like mother is 4 months pregnant, and then she decide, I don't want to keep that baby, right? That is a more bigger sin, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the soul in the baby when the mother is 4 months pregnant. Okay, till 4 months, the heartbeat is working, and the body is growing, but the soul is not put into the body. Okay, but when the fetus, or when the baby inside the tummy is 4 month old, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put the soul inside the baby. And once the soul is inside the baby, and then someone decide to wind up the pregnancy for any reason, then it will count as a sin, and it will count in the same punishment which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give to these parents who buried their babies alive. So always be very very careful in these two acts, because this is very common. Okay, end of the pregnancy, and they feel like, okay, it's no harm, right? So this count in killing as well. Okay, so inshallah, be very careful. Okay, so if once the baby is in the mom's tummy, then from in Islamic religion, it's not allowed to get rid of from that baby, or to end up the pregnancy in any case, not from the husband. No, husband is not allowed to instruct the wife is not allowed, if the only reason is there is a very 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 critical reason, or some Islamic religious doctor allowed to do that. if very very religious Islamic doctor allowed to do that for any reason. Sometimes it happened like a lady is pregnant and she has cancer, and then she has to go, let's suppose the chemo, right? So sometime in that situation, or a very 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 situation which is not very normal. Okay, so keep this in mind. This is a rule associated with this ayah. Okay, so inshallah, that was I just opened the book, my book, so inshallah I was reading it, so I thought I will explain this because that was missing that day. Okay, بأي ذنب قتلت, for what sin she was killed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will ask. وإذا الصحف نشرت, and when the pages shall be laid upon. Okay, and I'm just going very quickly with the important things. Okay, وإذا السماء كشطت. Kushitat means when someone wrap up something. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will strip off. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will wrap the 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 sky. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will wrap up the sky, whatever is behind the sky, whatever is sky is a layer, and you cannot see what is inside, what is you can only see the clouds and the sky, but you cannot go far beyond, right? You cannot see. But when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will strip off, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will wind up, will wrap up, then you will see there is a blazing hellfire there. Okay, وَإِذَا الْجَحِيمُ سُعِرَتْ, and when the hellfire shall be set ablaze. وَإِذَا الْجَنَّةُ عُزْلِفَتْ, and then you will see, because wrap up, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will wrap up the sky. So then you will be see the Jannah, and Jannah will bring closer to a person. And at that day, alimat nafsum ma hadarat, every single person will come to know what good deeds and what bad deeds he earned, or either they are going in this Jahannam, or either they are going in Jannah. Okay. فلا أقسم بالخنس. Okay, so we stopped here, and from here I think we will start. Okay, فلا أقسم, fa, so, la, فلا so أقسم, قسم. Okay, swear. Qaf, sin, mim is the root word. أقسم, I swear. Okay, this is we learned in grammar we learn the people who are absent, the people who are present, or me or us. Okay, so whenever you see alif in front of the word, it gives the meaning I. You will learn inshallah in the grammar. So I swear bil khunnas. Now from here till 2 3 ayats, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the stars. So first understand the concept, so it will be easy to understand the ayah. There are the one who learned the anatomy of the stars, like the planets. You know what we call astrologist? Who knows what we call astrologist?
Astronomers?
Astronomers, I think so, yeah, astronomers. So they study
Yeah.
about the stars, like before, when there were no GPS, and when there were no the map, routes, and these kind of maps. So people get the idea from the direction of the stars. They if they want to move from one country to another country by ship, or by any means, like by walk, or by on horse, or by ship, they estimate with the stars, with the moving stars. So there are different kinds of stars, and that is called falkiyat, like the knowledge of the stars. It's a separate subject in which people study about the movement of the stars. So there is one a separate surah Najm, in which Najm means stars. Okay, so there is a separate surah in which you will learn about the stars. Okay, so over here it's a little introduction that some stars move backward. When you we cannot see, but the people who we cannot see with our own eyes, but the people who study with a microscope, or telescope, or these kind of things, so they study like some stars move backward, some stars move forward, some stars sometimes hide and disappear for some time. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because this is, Quran revealed 1400 years ago, when there were no, microscope, no telescope, nothing. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, subhanallah, telling us, I am swearing by the planets that recede, al jawaril kunnas, and the, oh, al jawaril kunnas, and the one who hide themselves. Okay, so three ayats Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining here. Fala uqsimu bil kunnas. I swear. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is taking a swear. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that the planets, the stars which recedes, like either they go, forward or backward. Al Jawar, the planet that move swiftly, they move forward or backward. Al kunnas, and sometimes they hide themselves. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is basically telling us the movement of the stars in this. Okay, so you don't need to go in more detail because Surah Najm is there, and when we will read there, inshallah, we will read all the details about the star. وَاللَّيْلِ إِذَا أَسْأَسَ. Wow means and. Lail, you have learned this word so many times. Inshallah, in your notebook, write this word. Lail, night. So whenever this word will come, inshallah, it will be easy for you. So I will point out few words which are very, very common. Write and make a notebook, and inshallah, start writing all those words. So if you will write 5 or 10 words every single time, it will be very easy to understand the meaning day by day. So wow means and lail means night. Okay, so now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, telling about the night. Ida, when, us, when it departs, when it's go away. Okay, because as we were discussing, like night go away, morning time come, and this is, day and night, day and night, day and night, it's happening, right? And we are watching. Was subhi, subha, dawn time, when, when the darkness is going and the sunshine is coming. Okay, wow means and, subh means dawn. Ida tanaffas, nafs, when it's brightened. Either when tanaffas, when it brightened, when the very early time in the morning, when the light just, start brightening and the darkness is going away. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing all these things: the stars, the night which is going, the morning which is coming. And why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing? Why we swear? Okay, first tell me why we swear. Kamil, Shamil, Farah, why we swear?
To like prove a point or something?
Do what?
To like
What?
to like prove a point, or like or like to like make people think you're not lying.
To point something? No. Farah? Your
Maybe
mind.
to
But
like
you listen this word so many times from especially the Arabic. The Arabic. Wallahi, 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 right?
probably to like make a promise or oath.
Oath for what kind of oath?
Like an oath that like, oh, this will happen, or oh, I will do this, or oh, I didn't do this.
A kind of oath which confirms this gonna happen. Okay, sometime
Okay.
when we know that if I will tell, okay, I will do this, the person in front of me will not believe. So what you will say? Wallahi, I will do this. Okay, I swear I will do this, right? So it bring more emphasis or more, weight on our sentence, right? It put more weight on our sentence, right? To convince the person, yes, it's gonna happen, right? This is the main reason. But keep in mind, like wallahi and I swear, these words is not allowed in Islam. Like if you are if you have a very serious issue, then you are allowed, because there in Quran you will learn, like if you swear and it breaks for some reason, there is a kafara, like there is a plenty of you know saying all those swears words. So it's better to avoid not to say it, because 3 days of fasting and all these things, like 10 people you have to feed for 10 days or something. Okay, so inshallah, when we will move ahead, then I will tell you, like, just just for fun, or just to convince someone, wallahi, I swear, because I notice my kids, because when they have some Muslim friends, so they were used to say these words. So my you know my I notice my kids also start saying this, so this is not good. Okay, so avoid saying wallahi, I swear, these kind of things, because if you cannot fulfill, or if something happened, like you have to do the kafara, and people don't know, like they think it's a normal word and we can use it. Okay, so it's better to avoid. Okay, anyways, why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing here? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear about the najm, stars. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear about the night which is departing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear about the dawn time which is brightening. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala want to tell us a very important news. That's why first Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala don't need to swear anything. But if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing for something, that means that is very, very important. Okay. So just to emphasize the importance of that coming ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing here. Okay. And what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying after swearing these three things, innahu, rarely, inna, rarely, who is a pronoun, innahu, verily, this, la qawl. Qawl means bath. Qala, qawl. Okay, so write in your notebook, qaf alif lam, qala, say. Qaf waw lam, qawl, again word. Okay, qala, qawlu, qawlan. Okay, qaf waw lam. Wherever you will see this, that means say or word. Okay, so really this word Rasul, a messenger, Kareem, honorable. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over here is talking about Jibreel alayhi salam, the most honorable angel of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Jibreel alayhi salam. Why? Because people make fun of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that whatever Quran is revealed on you, it's all, the person you are saying, there is one person who is angel, who is Jibreel, and who is bringing all this Quran, and this is a message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is transferring this message to me. So they start making fun of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that you are insane, or there is no angel who is coming to you, or if the angel is coming to you, might be that angel is changing the words here and there, or these kind of things could happen. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving the witness of Jibreel alayhi salam, whatever word he is bringing, is all true. Every single word is true, because he is a very honorable angel of mine. Okay, that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing before, because this swearing is very important, because if you have a friend, okay, and there is a friend in between, you say some secret to the friend who is in between, and he transferred the secret to the to the next friend, and he changes the word, then who is responsible? The person who is in between, right? So between Allah and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the important person was Jibreel alayhi salam, because you have learned in the start that he was the one who was connecting Allah, who was transferring Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala words in on the heart of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He was the messenger, he was the one who is transferring this message. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the witness, never ever think that he is doing any kind of mistake transferring the message, because he is my very honorable messenger. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained two more qualities of Jibreel alayhi salam. The quwwatin, quwwat mean power, the possessor of power. Okay, inda, with Dhil Arsh, owner of the throne. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying Makeen, established. He is the owner of the throne. Okay. So he is very, very in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he is very honorable. Okay, he is the owner of the throne. It's never happen, it could never happen that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala send some message to Jibreel alayhi salam, and Jibreel alayhi salam cut and paste and then forward to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. No, 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 no. It's not gonna happen. Muta'in samma amin. Muta'a, obeyed. Samma, and Amin, trustworthy. He is very trustworthy. And other angels obeyed him. This is the status of Jibreel alayhi salam, that other angels obeyed him. Remember in Ramadan hadith we were reading that angels will come down with Jibreel alayhi salam, and when it's the morning time, Jibreel alayhi salam ordered the angels, okay, let's go back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then everybody listened, Jibreel alayhi salam, and they went back, they go back to to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they obeyed. One more place which is written in a tafsir books, that when Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was going on Miraj, when going up in the sky, going with Jibreel alayhi salam. So when he was at the door, when he was at the sky, so he told the angels to open the door, and then angels obeyed Jibreel alayhi salam, and angels opened the door in the sky, and then they entered. So if they will not obey, it is not possible that they open the door. So they opened the door when they ordered, angels opened the door. So he is muta. The other angels obeyed Jibreel alayhi salam because he's the leader. Samma Amin, and very trustworthy. You cannot say that he can do a single word here and there in the Quran when he was transferring my message to Prophet Muhammad. It's not gonna happen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving the witness in the Quran. Okay. Wama, wow means and, ma means not, Waw means and, ma means not. Wama sahibukum. Sahiba means companion. You know, in Arabic, sahiba also called wife, okay, because wife always with the husband, right? So the in Arabic it's called sahiba, okay, companion, the one who always, together. So wama sahibukum, kum is a pronoun, your, sahib, sahaba, and your companion is not bimajnoon, madman. Okay, majnoon, pagal, majnoo. Okay, this word we say in Urdu. Okay, majnoon, madman. Wama sahibukum bimajnoon, and your companion is not a madman. Never ever feel, never ever think that Jibreel alayhi salam is a madman, or the Prophet ﷺ is a madman, because people were saying you are a madman. When Prophet Muhammad ﷺ recite the ayats in front of other people, they start making fun of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Oh, you are a madman. Remember the story when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you were reading in Thursday class, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, now you go and inform everyone I am a messenger of Allah, and you should obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you should obey, I'm the messenger. So he just went on the mountain and he started calling the people, and his own relative, he said, oh, you just called us to say this? Oh, you are a madman. So people, whenever Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam recite the Quran in front of them, recite the ayah in front of them, rather than understanding and believing and obey, they start making fun of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Here you learn one more thing: if you are following Islam, if you are following the path of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if you are reading Salah in your university, college, park, anywhere, never ever feel if people are making fun, because who is more important than Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? If Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, people were making fun of him, so who we are nothing, right? So never ever feel scared praying salah anywhere, reading Quran whenever it's time, behaving nice, okay? And if anyone is making fun, that will be witness at the day of Qiyamah for you, inshallah. So never ever feel low, never ever feel bad, that oh, I'm a Muslim, because that is why people are making feel confident, because whatever words they will say to you, that will be witness at the day of Qiyamah, inshallah. Okay, one more thing, walaqad, and indeed, wherever this word will come, you will do the same meaning. Wow, and laqad, indeed. Ra'ahu, ra'a means to look, to see. Okay, wherever you will see the word ra'a, it will give you the same meaning. Who is basically a pronoun. He saw him, and indeed he saw him. So you know what happened when people start saying to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, "Oh, you are a madman." You know, there is no Jibril alayhi salam. Nobody come and nobody, bring nobody reveal the surah on you. Nobody bring any kind of Quran on you. You are making it by yourself, or might be there is some kind of jinn coming on you, or these kind of things they are saying to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And they say, you never see Jibril alayhi salam, and you are claiming that there is an angel who comes to me and who tell these things to me. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Quran giving the witness, وَلَقَدْ رَعَاهُ, and indeed he saw him. He means Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Him means Jibril alayhi salam. Indeed, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw Jibril alayhi salam where? Bil ufuqil mubin, in the horizon, mubin, very clearly. No, 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 no. It's not like that. That Allah, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never saw Jibril alayhi salam. Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saw Jibril alayhi salam. It is written sometimes Jibril alayhi salam come in a form of an other angel, that is Dahiya Qalbi. Sometimes Jibril alayhi salam come in the form of a companion of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Sometime Jibril alayhi Allah Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam one time wish Jibril alayhi salam, I want to see you. And Jibril alayhi salam said, okay, I will show myself to you. And at the place of Ajiyad, it's written in a book, at a place of Ajiyad, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw Jibril alayhi salam. And one more time, uh, uh, one more time, uh, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam saw Jibril alayhi salam in the horizon, like at the corner of the sky, and he saw him very clearly. So there is no doubt that there is an angel who is bringing. Allah subhanahu wa taala is making it very, very clear. No, he saw him, and where he saw him? In the horizon, very clearly, in the sky. Below means, the where the sky ends. He saw Jibril alayhi salam there by his own eyes, okay, very clearly. Wama huwa, and wow means and, ma not. You learn this here again, and not, right? Huwa, he is. Huwa is a pronoun. He is ala, on, ghaib, unseen. Okay, maybe you have listened this word ghaib. Ghaib ki baatein, the words which you don't know, the things which you didn't see. Okay, so the things which is unseen, biwanin, with holder. Okay, so this is not the words which are in ear. Okay, this is not the word which do not exist. No, it exists, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed so many ayahs to confirm this. Yes, Jibreel alayhi salam comes to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and not only confirm, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because that the talks was a very, very important. That is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear three things before explaining this. So think like how important this is, because if the middle person is not right, everything will go wrong, right? So that is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first swear and then clear all these things, that yes, Jibril alayhi salam was the one who is very honorable, who angels obeyed him. He is very trustworthy, and he was the one who was bringing the words of mine on the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وَمَا هُوَ بِقَوْلِ شَيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. And after explaining all these things, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling them, strictly, wama huwa, and it is not bi qaul. Qaul, again, we learned this word at the top somewhere, word, okay, shaitan, rajim, outcast. Outcast mean the one who is out of the blessing of Prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not gonna bless that person. That is called rajim. Okay, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in the end making it very, very clear, and it is not the word of shaitan, outcast, because as I said, they were making fun of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam all the time, that okay, you are insane, or might be some shaitan and jinns coming on you, and they are whispering these words to you, and you are saying this is Quran and this is Quranic word. So might be this is a kind of shaitan. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swear three things: ab najm, stars, layl, night, and then day. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained the entire whole story about the messenger of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which was in between, that is Jibreel alayhi salam. And then in the end, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala explained, no, 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 no. These words are not from shaitan. Which word? The word of Quran are not from the shaitan who is outcast. And then after, like, this ayah is very beautiful. After explaining all these things, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala first proved that Quran is not fake. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, if Quran is not fake, فَأَيْنَ تَذْهَبُونَ Fa means then. Aina is a question word, where. Okay, you can write Aina is a question word. It means where. Tazhabun, Zahaba, Zahaba. Zahaba is the root word, and Zahaba means go. Okay, Tazhabun, Waunun is for plural, Ta is for mudare, and Tazhabun is going. It's mudare. That is why ing is coming here. Okay, Zahaba is giving the meaning of go, going. Okay, Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is saying that if I explain all these things to you, that Prophet is not Majnoon, that angel Jibreel alayhi salam is very trustworthy. If these words are not from Shaitan, then where are you going? Where are you going? Why you are not coming toward the words of Quran? Why don't you understand? Why don't you learn? Why don't you understand my commands? Why don't you, if you understand, why don't you follow? Where are you going? In the end, you have to come back to me. So what you will bring, like what will be in your hand if you will not follow my command, if you will not follow my order? So where are you going? Why your path is different? Why your whatever you can add over here, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, sometimes we hold someone and we just give a big shake. What are you doing? Right? Sometimes when a person is not ready to understand, we give them a big shake, like we hold them and give a big shake, right? What are you doing? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is in very angry mood asking us, where are you going? You should come towards me after understanding all these things, but your direction is very far away from me. So stop and come back to me, right? In huwa illa dhikrun lil alameen. This is not in, not huwa, again pronoun. This is not illa, but dhikr means reminder. You know, we do zikr on the tasbih, right? Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. What we say, zikr, right? Zikr means reminder, to remind something, okay? To remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, okay? So zikr means reminder, lil alameen, to the worlds, okay? Alameen, we have learned this in Surah Fatiha, Ain, Lam, Mim, Alam means world. Yanun is for plural, that is why it's worlds, okay? Lil, to the worlds, okay? So this is not but a reminder. Why I am explaining this all to you, because this is a reminder. This is nothing but a reminder to all the people who live in the world that where are you going? Come towards me. I'm the owner. You have to come back to me. So don't make your path different. Liman, lam, to man, whomsoever, sha'a. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying this, Fa'ina tazabun, where are you going? And this is a reminder to all the world people. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I'm not forcing you to follow me. Otherwise, there is no point making Jannah and Jahannam, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining in this ayah, it's up to you. You want to follow the straight path, or you want to follow whatever you follow your nafs, follow the shaitan, follow whatever your nafs is saying. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining in this ayah, liman, to whomsoever, sha'a, who wills, min, among, kum is pronoun you, sha'a minkum, among you who wills, ay yastaqim, ay to yastaqim Mustaqim. Remember, you have learned this word in Surah Fatiha. Mustaqim. Ihdina sirat al mustaqim. Straight path, right? Yastaqim. Or this is the same root word. Walk straight. Whoever wants to come to me, walk straight, and you can reach me, right? Wama tasha'una. Wama and not tasha'una. Tasha means you can. Waw noon is for plural. This ta is for future, will. Okay? Wama tasha'una, and you cannot will illa unless Ayyasha Allah, that Allah wills, Rabbul Alameen, the Lord of the worlds. Okay, you cannot will yourself unless Allah will. Okay, so first convince me. Okay, yes, Afan.
Can you explain ayah number 28 one more time?
28.
The ayah before this.
Ayah before this. This one, liman sha minkum an yastaqim.
Yeah.
Li to man whomsoever. Sha'a who wills, min among kum is a pronoun you. I to I to yastaqim walk straight. So liman sha'a minkum an yastaqim. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when explaining in the back ayat that where are you going? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us that this is, why I'm explaining all these things, because this is a reminder to all the people living in the world, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining, now I'm not forcing you to follow my path. If Allah want to force, then there will be no Jewish, no Christian, no pagans, no one, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, I'm not forcing you. Whoever wants to follow the straight path, they can find me easily. They can come towards me. And in the next ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is explaining, you cannot will, if you will, like if you want to follow the path, you have to ask hidayah. What does it mean that Allah will? If Allah wants to give you hidayah, then only you can follow. Okay, otherwise you cannot follow. Okay, because Allah is the Lord. So first you have to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, oh Allah, give me guidance, give me hidayah. If Allah will guide you, then you can follow the straight path. So you cannot decide by yourself, because if every single person will decide by themselves that this is the straight path, then everyone will follow their path, right? And everyone will think this is the right path, this is the right path, this is the right path, right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, first ask me that, oh Allah, guide me the right path, give me the hidayah. Then only you can find the right direction. Then you can only find the direction, inshallah. Otherwise, whatever you will be doing, you will be, and there are so many examples around us, right? People are doing whatever they want and they feel they are good, they are right, they are Muslims, and if they are not fasting, they feel they have some explanation why they are not fasting. They have their own reasons, right? If they are not reading salah, they have their own reasons. If they are not reading Quran, they have their own reasons. If they are not good in their behavior, they have their own reasons. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling in this ayah, your reason will not gonna work. Okay, you have to ask me that, oh Allah, please guide me, give me the hidayah, and then I will guide you, and then you can only follow the right path. Okay, so first quickly tell me, do you have any question understanding this? Can someone summarize this very quickly so we can let me make it small so um, yes. Okay, can someone quickly summarize this? I will keep it in front of you, so inshallah you can see. I just don't want that you are summarizing this without looking. So first, these three ayats, from 3 lines, sorry, from here till here. Who wants to explain these 3 ayats? Kamil? Oh, I can see 2 hands. Okay, let me see who are those 2 hands. Okay, Afan. And Farah, then you can explain about the angel Jibreel alayhi salam, okay? Yes,
Okay.
Afan. Yes, Afan, quick.
You give me a second.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, Farah, you can read. He's saying I'm going to watch.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Whenever you're ready, Afan.
Okay, you can go ahead. So start explaining from here, Farah.
Okay. Afan, last chance. Do you want to do it or?
No, no, he went to washroom. Yeah, you can go
Oh,
ahead.
he went. Oh, oops. Okay, okay. Never mind. Okay, so these three lines are talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is swearing
And
by
it
the
will be way better
stars.
if you read the ayah and either you are reading the ayah together
Oh,
or read the ayah so you can learn how to connect the translation with the ayah. Okay.
okay. And
Yeah.
Anissa just texted that she has to go, by the way.
Okay, Anisa, assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
So, okay.
Okay.
Um,
Um,
Yeah.
okay. So, فلا أقسم بالخنس. And then الجوار
Yeah,
الكنس.
just read the ayah in the translation, then explain in your own words.
Okay. فلا أقسم بالخنس. So I swear. فلا so أقسم. I swear. B by الخنس, the planets that recede. الجوار الكنس. الجوار, the planets that move swiftly. الكنس, and hide themselves. Wow and Layl, by the night. إذا, when عسعس, it departs. والليل إذا عسعس, and by the night, when it departs. Wow and صبحي, the dawn. إذا, when تنفس, it brightens. والصبح إذا تنفس, and by the dawn when it brightens. So these three ayahs is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala making, like, swearing to by the stars and the planets,
Mm-hmm.
um, about the Quran, and it's that it's true, and the messenger in this last ayah, that messenger is Jibreel alayhi salam. So it's kind of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala swearing to us, saying that this Quran is like an honorable word.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then there's like scientific proofs about the stars actually moving and whatnot. So innahu laqawlu rasulin kareem. Inna is verily, who this, laqawl, qaf waw lam, word, rasulin, a messenger, kareem, most honorable. So this messenger is talking about Jibreel alayhi salam, and how the most honorable word of the Quran is through Jibreel alayhi salam. And Jibreel alayhi salam is really important, as he's like the middleman between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And any mistakes that happen would be through Jibreel alayhi salam. So his role is really, really important in the overall the Quran and how it's like collected. So yeah.
So
Should
Allah
I
subhanahu wa
continue?
ta'ala made the position very clear, like he is very
Yeah.
trustworthy and everything. Yeah. Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Do you want me to do the next one?
Yeah, yeah. Kamil, you want to add the words or Kamil?
Can you repeat that?
Do you want to read or explain or no? Were you listening? The first question should be, were you listening?
Yeah,
Really?
a little. Cause like I went to the bathroom and stuff.
Huh?
I went to the bathroom and stuff. So
The entire whole class?
no, like some like most of the beginning.
Okay, so where you were present, just explain all those ayahs. So let me know, like from which ayah you were gonna explain. So inshallah, Farah, you keep continue, and if you miss something, Farah is explaining. Listen carefully, okay? Yep. So
Okay, so ذي قوة, possessive power, and with ذي العرش, the owner of the throne, مكين, established, ذي القوة عند ذي العرش مكين, the possessor of power with the owner of the throne established. So this is talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah is most powerful and the owner of the throne. So that ayah is
No,
just
no,
talking
no,
about
no,
Allah
no.
subhanahu wa
Not Allah is very powerful. Jibreel alayhi salam is very powerful
ta'ala. Oh.
because other angels obeyed him. The next ayah is explaining that other
Oh,
angels
right,
obeyed.
right.
Okay, so he is a very powerful, like he is not any kind of common kind of like Allah is explaining. He is not a common kind of angel. He is a very powerful possessor of power. Like he has so much power. When he orders some other angels, angels cannot deny. They obey him. Okay.
Right. So
Okay.
this ayah is talking is this ayah and the next ayah Matla in Thama'amin obeyed and trustworthy is talking about Jibreel Islam, how he's super trustworthy because of transferring the Quran from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to Prophet Sallallahu and because Jibreel Islam is a special kind of angel where Jibreel Islam can command other angels, like during Ramadan when the angels come down. Jibreel Islam commands them to come back up to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is further talking about the big role and how honorable of an angel Jibreel Islam is. And then the next ayah, وَمَا صَاحِبُكُمْ وَمَا and not صَاحِبُكُمْ, your companion, and صَاحِبُكُمْ also is another word in Arabic for wife because usually wives are very um, like
He's always with
very
husband. Yeah.
yeah, always with their husbands and like a really good companion.
Hmm.
So that's also used for the word companion. So وَمَا صَاحِبُكُمْ and your companion is not بِمَجْنُونَ, a madman. So this is talking about the Prophet
Actually,
ﷺ and other people calling him madman.
people were telling to Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, whoever is with you is a madman or either shaitan. Like they were pointing Jibreel alayhi salam, either Jibreel alayhi salam is a madman or you are a madman, or either Jibreel alayhi salam is a shaitan, or he is whispering in your ears and you are saying this is
Right.
Quran. So Allah is explaining, no, he is not a madman, the companion of yours. Like Jibreel alayhi salam was Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam companion. Like he was 23 years, revealing the Quran to Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It took 23 years to reveal this Quran. So he was with the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam most of the time. So that is why they are saying he's a companion. So what they are saying, he was not a madman. That he's saying wrong things or untrue things. Okay.
Right. So this ayah is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala confirming that Jibreel alayhi salam is not like what the disbelievers are saying he was, and Prophet is not was not crazy for believing in Jibril and having Jibril as a companion. And the next ayah also confirms that. وَلَقَدْ and indeed ra'a he saw who him, that's also a pronoun I think, uh, bil ufuqil, be in ufuqil, in the horizon, mubin, clear. So وَلَقَدْ رَآهُ بِالْأُفُقِ الْمُبِينِ, and indeed he saw him in the horizon clear. And this is talking about the Prophet ﷺ actually seeing the Jibreel salam like at the edge of the sky in the horizon. Um, and that Jibreel salam is an actual angel and is not what the disbelievers say Jibreel was, which is like not real or shaitan or something. And then the next ayah, وَمَا هُوَ عَلَى الْغَيْبِ بِضَنِينٍ, وَمَا and not huwa he is ala on ghaibi the unseen, and you can remember ghaib by the Urdu word ghaib, um, as the unseen or something not there.
Mhm.
B Dwanin, a withholder, and he is not on the unseen with he is not on the unseen a withholder. I forgot which what this
Like
I
it
was
doesn't
talking about.
mean that Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam didn't see him or he was unseen. No, Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam saw him. And it is written in the books, as I said, Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, sometime Jibreel alayhi salam came in a form of an other Sahabi, other companion of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. His name is Dahya Qalbi. So sometime he came in the form of another Sahabi. Sometime Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam watched him directly, in the horizon, in the horizon very clearly. And sometime one place a jihad, it's written in the books that Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam wished to see him, and then he showed him at the place of a jihad. So it's not unseen, like it's not something which is unseen. Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had saw Jibreel alayhi salam very clearly. Okay.
Okay, so the ayah is talking about how Jibril salam has different forms that the Prophet ﷺ has seen Jibril salam through, but the Prophet ﷺ saw Jibril salam like for real, in the edge of the horizon that's talking about in the last ayah. And then the next ayah, وَمَا هُوَ بِقَوْلِ شَيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ وَمَا and not huwa is, or no, it is, be qawli, word, again, qaf wa lam, word, shaytanin, of shaitan, rajim, outcast. I remember shaitan rajim from A'udhu Billahi Minash Shaitan Rajim. I seek
Mm-hmm.
refuge in Allah from shaitan, the outcast.
Mm-hmm.
So that's easy to remember, shaitan rajim. So this ayah and it is not the word of shaitan, outcast. So this is talking about how the Quran is not from shaitan like the disbelievers thought it was, and talking about how Prophet ﷺ was a madman, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that's not true.
Mm-hmm.
Um, فَأَيْنَ تَذْهَبُونَ Fa then aina, where, and this aina word is kind of like a question asking word. So that means where. Tadhabun, are you going? Tadalhaba, I think is the
Zahaba.
root.
Zahaba.
Dahaba. Yeah, dahaba is the root
Zahaba basically
letters.
is a root word, so it's mean go. But this
Yeah,
ta in the start is giving ing meaning, okay? Continuous meaning.
right,
Because this is modari. And wow noon is for plural, that's why you are watching are rather than is. Otherwise, you can make
right.
the sentence where is you are going. No, where are you are going because of this wow noon, okay?
Yeah, okay. So fa'ina tadhabun, then where are you going? And this is kind of like a scary question that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking to all of us, that if we're not believing in the Quran, or and kind of following Islam in general, like where are we going to end up?
Very good.
And, and next ayah, in huwa, in not huwa, this, illa but, dhikrun, a reminder, lil alameen, lil to alameen, the worlds. Um, so in huwa illa dhikrun lil alameen,
And
and this
Allah
is not
subhanahu
but
wa
a
ta'ala is telling in this ayah why I am explaining all these things to you about Jibreel alayhi salam and about shaitan and all these things. Why? So Allah is giving this answer. In huwa illa dhikru lil alamin. Why?
right. Because so this ayah is talking about how the Quran is just a reminder for all of the worlds, and dhikr, illa dhikr, but a reminder, dhikr, a reminder. You can remember this word by thinking of doing dhikr,
Mhm,
reminding yourself of
mhm,
Allah. So dhikr. Yes, this ayah is just talking about how the Quran is a reminder for everyone in the world. لمن شاء منكم أن يستقيم, li to man whomsoever, sha'a who wills, min amongkum you, ay to yastaqim, walk straight. So this is talking about how humans have free will, and if we want to follow the straight path, it's we can will to. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just saying whoever wants to walk straight, quite
mhm.
literally.
Very good.
And then the last ayah, وَمَا تَشَاءُ, وَمَا and not تَشَاءُونَ, you can will, إِلَّا unless, I that, يَشَاء wills, Allah, Rabb, Lord, Alameen, worlds, وَمَا تَشَاءُونَ إِلَّا أن يشاء الله رب العالمين, and you cannot will unless that Allah wills, the Lord of the world. So you can't, like, this is kind of displaying Allah's power again, and that we have free will, but if Allah does not will something, then you won't be able to do it.
Very good. Alhamdulillah. Very
And
good.
yeah,
Very good. Alhamdulillah. May Allah give more barakah in your reading. So what I was thinking today, that rather than writing the things in the end, we will do the the explanation from the tafsir book. So whenever you want, you can inshallah open the book and you can read it. So this way we can, spend more time understanding the things rather than we spending half an hour writing it. So what I noticed, like when I was reading this, I noticed like few things are missing in the explanation, but if you are listening carefully, then you can keep the explanation in the mind, right? And you can write few notes if you want, like few notes. Otherwise everything will be here, but few ayats are, this is a very short explanation. I will try to find one more book, because it is also very important the book is authentic, like not every tafsir is right. So this tafsir book is right, but it is very very short, but alhamdulillah, I think for you it's good in the start. Okay, so inshallah we will cover quickly the explanation. So we will see, like compare like what you understand in the class, like what I was talking to you, and how much percentage you are finding it here. So then we will decide, rather than writing, if we shift ourselves to reading it, so you can side by side keep this book for your reference. Okay, so inshallah that will be lesser work of writing for you guys. Okay, so who wants to read? Okay, Kamil, can you please start reading from here? And everyone, please listen very carefully. Okay. So Kamil, read 3 points.
The first one?
One, two, three.
Okay. This is the literal meaning of the word takweer used in the holy text. The accurate nature of forming the sun is not presently known. At times, the word is used to denote the termination of the function of an object. In this sense, it may be taken to mean here that the sun will lose its light. Some exegetes have translated the verse accordingly. Number two, she camel was the most favorite item of wealth in Arabia, especially when she is 10 months pregnant, as she was expected to deliver a baby to add to one's wealth. Such she camel used to preserve carefully and were not abandoned except in the great state of panic. Therefore, this phenomenon is mentioned here as a sign of great panic of the day of Qiyamah. The wild animals would join one another due to panic.
Okay, 4 and 5.
Me?
Uh, okay, Shamil,
Yeah,
4 and 5.
4 and 5. Okay. The word thus via originally used in the text in the text means to kindle or fuel the fire. The exegetes that have explained that the seeds will first overflow and then will turn into fire. All the events mentioned up to the verse 6 will occur after the first blowing of the trumpet, while the events mentioned onwards will occur after the second blowing of the trumpet. As many people in Arabia took the birth of a girl as a curse and a cause of and a cause of shame for them. Thus, it is their wives gave birth to a female baby. They used to bury her alive. Then Barbie
Barbaric
Oh,
custom.
barbaric custom is referred to here. The questions asked from the girl is in fact the questions posed to her father, who was responsible for such a heinous offense.
Okay, 6 and 7. Afan,
Which one, sorry?
6 and 7.
There are some stars that, in the course of their orbit, they start retreating back for some time, then they restart proceeding onwards, and sometimes they vanish from the scene. Swearing by them is an indication that all their movements are by the will and command of Allah Almighty. Almighty.
Okay,
See Surah Al. Najm 53:7
As
with
I
its
said,
note.
the Surah Najm is a separate surah which explain about the stars. Okay, so you can read the 8 as well. Afan,
The
yeah,
soothsayers,
8.
sayers,
Huh.
sayers,
Soothsayers.
okay, pretended to have the knowledge of the unseen. Still, they did not tell anything about it without charging a fee. Since the pagans used to claim that the Holy Prophet ﷺ was a soothsayer, the verse points out firstly that unlike the soothsayers who falsely claim to know the unseen, the Holy Prophet ﷺ really had some knowledge of the unseen revealed to him through the angel Jibreel alayhi. And secondly, he conveys his knowledge to everyone without withholding anything from it or charging a fee for it like soothsayers. This proves that he was not a soothsayer.
What this ayah is explaining that some people were saying might be something revealed on you, and angel Jibril passed that things to you, but you withhold. Okay, you do not forward as it is. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is clearing in the ayah, no, 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 it's not like that. They forward whatever come. Either they are Jibril alayhi salam or Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. They both never withhold anything. If they whatever message I send to them, they forward as it is, and they are not charging any fees. That's why they are not soothsayers. Soothsayers are a kind of people, when they revealed any hidden knowledge, they take money. Like, have you seen the palmistry, the people who do palmistry, like they charge a fee and then they watch your hand and the lines and they say something to you, and that is also haram in Islam. But people do that. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, no, no, they are not the people like that. Okay. So this was, a very short explanation, and I have given this reference book to you. Okay. So this is a very short explanation, but if you sometime miss the class, if you feel like something I am forgetting, so inshallah you can cover from here, inshallah. Okay. So it was save our Afan, you have question? Afan, you have question?
No, I forgot to put my hand down.
Okay. So Kamil, can you please share the grammar file? So inshallah we will have a quick look in the grammar file as well.
Okay, let me open it. This one.
1 minute. Oh yeah, I got it. So I'm sharing my screen. You can close yours.
Alright.
Okay. Okay. So I am explaining this very quickly. So inshallah you can understand, and you can Kamil, Shamil, and Afan, you can review, and Farah, you were not there, so inshallah just pay attention and listen. Okay. So in Arabic the structure is basically divided into three: the person who are present in the conversation, the person who is not present in the conversation, or a person who is speaking. Okay. So there are three kind of person in the Quran. If you will summarize the entire whole Quran, you will notice that there are three categories in the Quran. Number one, the person who is not talking, and you are talking about that person who is absent, who is not present in that room, and you are talking about that person. That is called a absent person. Okay. The present person is the one who is present when you are talking about that person. And one is, of course, the speaker. So most of the time, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the speaker in the Quran, right? So there are some terminologies which we use, Arabic terminologies which we use for the person who are present, the person who are absent, and the person who are speaker. Okay, we never say not present person, speaker. So we say the person who are not present, we say ghaib. He's not present, he's ghaib. Okay, ghaib. The present person is called hazir. Okay, hazir. And the person who is speaking, that is called mutakallim. Mutakallim, the person who is speaking. Okay, so in grammar, first you need to remember all these three terms: ghaib, hazir, and mutakallim. Ghaib means the person who is not present. Hazir means the person who is present. Mutakallim means the person who is a speaker. Is this clear for us to you and other all students? Like, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we divide this into further, then no, the person who is not present divided into three categories. The person who are present divided into three categories. The speaker also divided in the category which you are gonna learn. Okay. Not present person are called ghayab. Ghayab person could be one person who is not present. In Arabic, 2%, it could be 2%, or it could be more than three people. Okay, so in English we say singular and plural, 1% or plural means whatever the number, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, infinity. But in Arabic, 1% counts different, 2% count different, and then more than 2%, like more than 3%, count plural. Okay, 2% never count plural in Arabic. Okay, more than 3% count plural in Arabic. Okay, so Ghaib category, if we divide further, then you will find these three categories: 1%, men; two people, men; more than three people, men; 1% female; two people, female; or more than three people, if present in the room, that is called female. Is this clear, Farah? Any
Yes.
question? No?
Not yet.
Okay. Afan, clear?
Yep.
Kamil? Kamil, you already knew it. Like
Yeah, I
you
knew everything
and
here.
yeah, Alhamdulillah. Okay. So now the same division is for present people, who in Arabic called hazir. The present people could be one person, men; 2% men; or 3% men; 1% female; two people female; or more than three people female. So let's suppose I'm giving you example. You are talking about, let's suppose you are, like we are 3% in the class. Let's suppose Farah is absent, and I'm talking, oh, where is Farah? And does she complete her homework or not? So is she count in a hazir or ghayab? What will be the category of Farah that time? Quickly answer me. If Farah is absent and I'm talking about Farah in the class, so she is Hazir or Ghayab?
Why?
Ghaib.
Ghayab, because she is not present, right? And let's suppose Farah and Anisa. I'm talking about 2% who are absent in the class, okay? So that will be Ghayab or Hazir?
Ghaib.
Why? But
Ghayab.
two
And which
people,
category they fall?
two people female.
Two people female. Very good. Let's suppose Afan, Shamil, and Kamil all are present in the class, and I'm talking to them directly. Okay, so what will be the category, Hazir or Ghaib?
Hazir.
Hazir
Hazir.
more
and
than
and what will be the what you will choose among this?
More than three
more
people
than
men.
three people male.
More than three people men. Very good. Okay, so this is the basic structure in Quran. Okay, basic structure in Quran which falls in these categories. Last is mutakallim, which is a speaker. Speaker could be one person, either male or female, or speaker could be two or more than two people, male or female. They, for speaker, they do not divide 1%, 2%, and more than 3%, but they divide it only in two categories. Number one person, either male or female, who could be mutakallim, and 2% male or female, two or more than two people. Okay, let's suppose Farah is talking to me. So Farah, are you ghaib, hazir or mutakallim?
متكلم. I'm
Mutakallim.
female
And
one.
which category you are? One person, male or female, or two or more than two people, male or female?
One person female.
Okay. Kamil, if you are talking to me, what will be your category? Hazir, ghaib, mutakallim, and where you fall? Like,
Um,
yeah, what will be your category?
one person mutakallim.
One person mutakallim. Afan, let's suppose at the same time Kamil and you are talking to me. What category it will be?
Two and more than two people.
What?
Male.
Hazir, ghaib, or mutakallim?
Mutakallim.
Very good. Hazir, ghaib, or mutakallim. So mutakallim will be the category because you and Kamil both are talking. So the one who are talking, the one who are speaking are mutakallim, and either they will fall in this category or this category. So Farah, is this chart is clear to you?
Yes, alhamdulillah.
This is a very basic grammar. Like all the Quran fall in this category. Either the person will be speaker, either the person will be present, either the person will be absent. So we were reading one ayah that in Allah Subhanahu wa Taala was saying that Nabi Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had seen Jibreel alayhi salam, right? Just now we were reading this ayah that Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam seen Jibreel alayhi salam at the horizon, like at the horizon very clearly. Remember? So
Yeah.
you were reading about two people, one Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and one Jibreel alayhi salam, right? So who were the speaker in this ayah? Who were saying this ayah? Who were the speaker? Allah was the speaker. Okay, Allah was telling us that two people, Jibreel alayhi salam, Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has seen Jibreel alayhi salam. Okay, so either one person will be the speaker in the ayah, one person will be the hazir, and one person will be the ghaib. This is the entire whole scenario whenever you will read the ayah. Sometime the pronouns which are coming, you need to decide either they are hazir or ghaib. Sometime other things, inshallah. So day by day, when this concept will be clear, you will love understanding the Quran, because every background things will be in your mind. Okay, this is happening here, oh, this is happening here. So you will love doing learning all these things. So, Farah, you have already learned this. Verbs are of two types. I'm just revising this because you have already, we have already done this when you were coming. Verbs are of two types. Number one, past verb, fele mazi. We call past fele mazi in Arabic. Fail means verb and past mean mazi. Okay. Number two, present or future. It is called fele mudare in Arabic. Fail means verb, and present and future together is called mudare. You know this, right? Farah?
Yeah.
Okay. Maruf verb. Maruf verb and majhul verb. Okay, these are the two things which you didn't understand when we were doing. So it will be a revision for Afan and Kamil and Shamil. Maruf sentences are those verb in which you know who is a doer. Okay. For example, Kamil is teaching Afan. So who is teaching? Kamil is teaching. Okay. And whom Kamil is teaching? To Afan. So it's a complete sentence. Who is doing the verb? And you know the doer. You know who is doing this work. Okay. Those sentences in Arabic are called maruf verbs. Okay. In which you know who is a doer. In this sentence, you know who is a teacher in this scenario. Majhul verbs. Majhul verbs are those verbs. Sorry. Majhul verbs are those verbs in which you do not totally opposite. Majhul verbs are those words in which you do not know who is a doer, but the work has been done. For example, Afan learned. Now, who teached Afan? Who was the teacher? You do not know, but you know the work has been done. Sometime you said to the mom, the dishes has been done. Who did the dishes in the kitchen? Nobody knows. Like the brother, sister, who did the dishes? But you know the dishes has been done, right? So these kind of sentences in which you don't know who is a doer. In this sentence, you don't know who is a past teacher. This is an incomplete sentence. You don't know who is the teacher, but the work has been done, are called majhul verbs. Clear? Maruf are those in which you know the doer, and majhul are those in which you don't know the doer. Is it clear?
Yes.
There is one more terminology, ghayab. Okay, we will stop here. Huh? I know you guys will be exhausted. Ghayab, one person man, two people man, or three people man. Okay, letter with fatha. Okay, this is something separate. Inshallah, I will explain you in next class. So inshallah, uh, then I will explain you this. This is a gardan. This is called gardan. So inshallah, I will explain you how you will understand that Quran is talking about one person, Quran is talking about two-person. So you know when there is a word fa'ala, fa fatafa, ain fata'a, lam fatala, fa'ala. Okay, so it's talking about one person. But if you add alif in the end, fa'ala, fa fatafa, ain fata'a, lam alif fatala. So it's talking about two people. Okay. Fa'alu. Fa fatafa ain fata'a. With lam, if you add wow, so you will understand they are talking about three people. So small changes in the end of the word change the category of the people. So inshallah, in next class I will tell you how it changed the category. We did this fa'ala, fa'ala, fa'alu, fa'alat, fa'alata. So inshallah I will tell you there are 14 categories. Three for absent men's, three for absent women's, three for present men's, three for absent women, and then two for mutakallim. Okay, myself and ours. Okay, so inshallah this I will explain you in next class. First revise whatever we have done so far over here. So inshallah this will help you to understand the meaning, where the one person meaning is coming, why this is s coming over here, why the translation is talking about the plural, why the explanation is talking about singular, how we will extract the person is not present in the conversation, how we will extract the person is present in the conversation, how we extract that this is mutakallim presentation. The sentence is a mutakallim is saying this sentence. So day by day, the background story, when you will understand, it will help you to make the meaning, and then there will be no mistake when you will be doing the meaning. Yeah, your only job is to figure out 10 words and memorize the word meaning, and learn how to connect the words, like how to break up the words and how to do it. So day by day, practice this and make it inshallah strong, because you understand the story, like the translation and the explanation, but you know the word to word translation, and the understanding of that is little weak. So inshallah, work whenever Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever you are coming, inshallah work on that. And if you get a little time, work on the grammar part as well, inshallah. Okay, so if you have any question, you can ask me, otherwise we can keep it till here, inshallah. Question? Yes, no, understand, not understand?
Yep.
Understand.
Okay, Kamil.
No.
Okay, so inshallah read the dua. And Kamil and Shamil, and Afan as well. Always remember one thing: this Quran classes, this translation classes is like an ice. Okay, the ice which we just keep in the fridge. If you will not make it worth, it will melt anyways. Okay, so you have to put your effort before it melts. Okay, this time will go away. Okay, if you will utilize that time wisely, and you will understand, it will give you benefit, not me, because I'm utilizing my time and Allah is writing my reward, right? If you are on the other side, I'm not watching you, and if you are utilizing your time correctly, wisely, honestly, then it's like an ice, anyways it will melt. Okay, our teacher always say there is a person who keeps so much ice on his car, and he was running from morning till evening, and he was calling people, please buy the ice, otherwise it will melt. Please buy the ice, otherwise it will melt. And in the evening, all the ice melt, and nobody bought anything, and nobody get any kind of advantage while the day was very very hot. So you know the Qiyamah is gonna come. You know the time is very very tough for all of us. You know whatever is happening around has so much distraction. So this is the only thing which will keep you connected with Allah, with Quran, with Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So you have to perform your part. Okay, if you will not be honest at the time when someone is teaching to you, then it will like a ice, it will melt, and at the day of Qiyamah you will feel, oh, someone was telling me and it worked like a melted ice for me, like I didn't get any kind of benefit, right? So inshallah, use your time wisely. If you have missed the class, inshallah cover Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with Farah. And next time be very careful, okay? If you are going to washroom, use it before, so you should not miss. Like when I was sitting with my teacher and she's explaining, like our classes are very, 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 very long. That's why I never feel like I'm asking you to sit long. I know you will be exhausted. So at the day of Qiyamah, believe me, you will say, okay, thank God to Saima auntie. She make us sit and she make us understand these things. So at that time, you will feel that okay, this was our actual reward. The Samanti was asking us to sit down and spending hours and hours and hours. This time you will feel exhausted. Oh, this much long are the classes, because this is what we learned from our teacher. Because for a very long time we didn't understand why she's asking us to sit down, why she's asking us to learn these things, okay? And she is sitting and she's asking us to say, oh, we are exhausted. Like we also used to think like this, but the real concept, when it start going inside, we feel this is the only time which will give us benefit. Rest of the other hours which we spend doing our houseworks and other things, it's not going to give any kind of benefit at the day of Qiyamah. So our teachers always say, this time you are cursing us, that we ask you to sit and understand whatever we are talking to you, but at the day of Qiyamah, you will feel that, oh, I'm a very blessed person, and you will give dua to your teachers that they make you sit and spend these hours to understand Quran, because this will be the real benefit you will get, inshallah, at the day of Qiyamah. So if you missed anything, inshallah, Farah is there, luckily. So you are blessed, inshallah, cover everything with her, okay, inshallah. And Farah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever you will be coming. So inshallah, try to memorize the word meaning of this Surah Takweer. So when we will move ahead, inshallah, most of the word meaning will be in your hand. Okay, inshallah. So for Afan, because Afan few paras are left for memorization, so he is very very busy. Like from morning till night, Subhanallah, he is reading Quran and Quran and Quran and Quran. So just keep, pray for him. Like he can finish it. He has only 6 paras left to memorize, so he is working so hard because he has to keep remember all those para which he has already done, and he has a pressure to do the remaining 6 para. So he is really really busy, but alhamdulillah, he comes in the class. I'm very happy. Whatever time, and whatever spare time he has, he comes in the class. He try to understand the Quran, because I was telling him, if you will finish the Quran and then you will join, you will miss so many things. So better come and stay. If you cannot participate so much, at least you can come and you can sit and you can spend little time. So alhamdulillah, I'm very happy he is coming. And just keep remember him, because I know his job is very 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 hard. All day all day all day he is reading Quran from the beginning of the day till night. Sometimes he's so tired. The last paras are very very difficult, very very difficult, because you have a huge thing to keep remember, and you have to move ahead along with all those things. So inshallah, please keep him remember in your special dua, that Allah make it easy for him to finish his memorization smoothly and faster. And inshallah, jazakallah khair everyone for coming. And
Inshallah.
yeah, inshallah, jazakallah khair everyone for joining. And please do not feel that I'm asking you to sit for a very long time. Inshallah, it will give you benefit, inshallah, at the day of Qiyamah. Okay, subhanallah wa bihamdihi.
Subhanallah
Subhanallah
wa bihamdi.
Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika.
Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika.
Subhanakallahumma bihamdika.
Nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت
نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.
نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.
نستغفرك ونتوب
سبحان
إليك.
ربك رب العزة عما يصفون،
سبحان ربك رب العزة
سبحان
عما
ربك رب
يصفون.
العزة عما يصفون.
وسلام على المرسلين،
سلام على المرسلين.
والسلام على
والحمد لله
المرسلين.
رب العالمين.
والحمد
الحمد
لله
لله
رب
رب
العالمين.
العالمين.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة
وعليكم
الله
السلام
وبركاته.
ورحمة الله.
الله حافظ.
الله حافظ. جزاك الله.
الله حافظ.